Hello, this is Caleb Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over an article from the National Association of Realtors. Today is Monday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, or as many people know it as Galentine's Day. So, Galentine's Day, where that comes from, is actually from a fictional character, Leslie Knope, from the sitcom Parks and Rec. So, it's actually, kind of a funny show. I always enjoyed watching it, but basically it's for, the ladies to go out with their friends and leave their husbands and boyfriends or significant others at home then, and they celebrate their friendship with each other. But I thought that this article was actually pretty interesting because they go over some statistics regarding home ownership, home buyers, and really tracking the types of home buyers. So here, Jessica Lautz, who's the author of this article, says that women have been second only to married couples in the home buying market since NAR, the National Association of Realtors, started data collection in 1981. And this statistic is striking because it wasn't until 1974 that women were legally I'm assuming she's supposed to say allowed to obtain a mortgage without a cosigner. So yeah, that's actually kind of a crazy stat unto itself. It wasn't until 1974 that women weren't allowed to buy a house without a cosigner. Pretty crazy. And it says that basically it was common until then for a widow to even need a male relative as a cosigner to buy a house, which is mind-blowing. But how far we've come that 1974 was when they were allowed to buy a house on their own. Anyways, in 1981, 73% of homebuyers were married couples, 11% single women, 10% single men. So today, those numbers in general have changed pretty drastically. It's crazy to see that 61% of home buyers are married couples now, which is a 12% decrease from when we started tracking this data back in 81. So pretty crazy that there are 12% fewer married couples that are buying houses. And my thought for that is just that people are looking to get into homeownership earlier, possibly, or that marriage rates might be down. I don't know. But that's just kind of my thought process for it. Single women back in 81 constituted 11% of the home buyers, and now they're at 17%. Single men were at 10%, and they actually decreased. They're at 9% now. So pretty interesting that number went down while the women went up an additional 7%. And then you have your unmarried couple buying houses. That number looks like it has basically gone slightly up, and whatever other means, I'm not really sure. So pretty interesting statistics there. I thought that this part of the article was actually kind of funny. She said, in recent years, an easy, explanation for the rise in single women buyers was the drop in share of Americans who are married. So again, fewer Americans are married. The stat that I thought was funny was Americans ages 15 and up have never been married. At that time in 1950 is 23%. In 2022, it's 34%. Well, sure, not many people are getting married at age 15 anymore, so maybe update those statistics. If we could say hey, 18 and up. 18 and up would make sense to me. If you wanted to even go a little older and say, okay, well, what percentage of Americans 25 and up have never been married? Because I believe the average first-time homebuyer age is now about 33 years old, cumulatively. So that's where I'd be interested in seeing those statistics. So when it says top 4 reasons to purchase a home for single men buyers, a lot of them, they just desire to have a home of their own. They're tired of renting. That is by far the greatest percentage for men buyers. For women, it is the highest percentage as well, but just not quite as high. As far as desire to be close with friends and family, that comes in as number 2 for women, number 3 spot for men. For a change in family situation, that's the number 3 spot for women, number 4 for men. So whether it's a divorce, a death in the family, maybe a child being born, whatever the case may be. And then retirement, you could see that men are far more likely actually to want to buy a home when they retire or because they retire compared to women. So that's also kind of interesting just to see the differences between single men and single women. They do say that the next central question posed is going to be finances. Women homebuyers typically purchase a home as first-time buyers at a household income of $51,400 compared to men at $54,100 or $64,100. So it does say that obviously the higher incomes allow them to have more buying power than single women buyers, and that's even more important as interest rates have increased in recent years. So she points out that this may be one reason why the age of single woman first-time buyer is 38, while for men it's 37. I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I've taken statistics classes, but I don't know if that's really considered statistically significant as far as their age. And then when we do go to look at the sacrifices that both single men and single women are reporting to make, women do report to make way more sacrifices than men. So as far as the no sacrifices being made, that number is actually pretty close. The men barely edge out the women, saying that, hey, they're not sacrificing anything to buy a home. But as far as the individual items in which they do sacrifice, you could see that women do sacrifice a little more in every scenario except the canceled vacation plans, which are about even. The other thing, the notable difference, is the source of down payment. Men typically use from their savings a little more. For obviously, this is not going to be first-time homebuyers, but for single men versus single women, the proceeds from a sale from their primary residence previously to buy their next house is going to be slightly larger for men as well. Men are more likely to sell, whether it's stocks, bonds, their IRA, or tap into their 401k. And then as far as getting money, whether it's a gift or a loan from a friend or family member, women do out-edge men in that regards. So with that being said, those are just some of the few reasons that I'm looking at, who is buying houses and what statistics do those make up, basically, how are they buying houses, everything like that. And it was just, to me, I like looking at statistics, so I thought it was interesting to look at this on Galentine's Day and share that info with you. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you want me to explore another topic, leave a message in the comment section below. Otherwise, have a great day.